नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत नारायण श्री कृष्ण लीला कथाने सुदाक्षम माधुर्य गणयुक्तम वरम वरे पुरुषमांतं नारायणं तं शिरसा हृदयन्दीनां भक्तशिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्णपादाय उदयकवि चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नारायणं प्रपद्ये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Let me offer millions of wisdom for same. Bhanuga Guru Varga Nama Nitya Sankara. Vancha kalpataru vyasya kripa sindhu devasya patitanam bhavaniti. Om Namah. Om. Then 31st is disappearance day of Bhakti-Vidanta Saraswati Thakur. 86th year disappearance. Then 5th January is the disappearance day of Gurudev Narayana, appearance day of Pawan Maharaj. Then 7th is Sapala Ekadasi, Makara Sankranti. January 15th is Makara Sankranti. Um, then the sun stops going, starts towards northern direction. Then in February, Advaita Saptami, 16th February, appearance day of Advaita Acharya. Then 20th is Ekadasi. Then 22nd Nityananda Trayodasi, appearance day of Nityananda. Then 27th appearance day of Bhakti Prajna Keshav. Then 20th is the Navadip Parikrama, 26th is Gaur Purnima. So now 25th December was the Christmas. I think that's done. Now regarding, because most the Western people are Christian background, the word, like I'm sending one chapter, it's only like 15, 12 pages. 7th chapter of Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi. So, search for divinity. So, it's very eye-opening. You read something and then we'll send that. There are many question and answer on that. Now, our Gurudev is telling, Bhakti-Rakshak is also voicing the thing. Many people who call themselves Christians do not actually practice Christianity. They say that God is formless. However, the Bible describes the divine form of God. Jesus also addressed him as his father. In fact, only Vaisnavas follow Christianity in its pure and complete form. Vaisnavas follow Christianity in its pure and complete form. So that's why sometimes we are the original Christian, pure Christian, most pure Christian. Follow completely. So that's sense. If one is a Christian, no, you are not doing that. You are becoming a better Christian, probably best Christian. So uh, that is better. That, uh, God is one, no? But in a how uh, some principles are there. Like before I go there, I will show you this forgiving others, right? We have to forgive others, but it becomes very difficult sometimes. You know. Sometimes it may, but this will help you little bit. Huh? This is what one time. Sometimes there is a feeling of dejection among sevakas due to difference among devotees. This had began to surface during the final days of the Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati. 31st is his disappearance day. That's why we greatness. So that time Bhakti Rakshak Siddham went to discuss this. Some disturbance. Uh, then Prabhupada said, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he said, did you join to keep a tab on what this one or that one is doing? Do you did you join to keep a tab? What he is doing, what she is doing, what he is doing, what he is doing. Or did you leave behind your wealth and kin to be inspired to do bhajan like me? He joined here to keep tab on what one is doing or to do bhajan just like me. But you don't observe my conduct and bhajana. All that you are saying is that he is stealing money. What can be attained by accumulating money? You just follow my idea. So, yeah, then Srila Gurudev continues, okay, quoting Srila Prabhupada. What is the need to see what is happening externally? What is the need to see what is happening externally? Okay. What is the need of seeing what is happening externally? Huh? At most, you can choose not to associate with such devotees whose behavior disturbs you. Being disturbed by such devotees or others, in the world, material world, you will even leave Gurudeva sometimes. Stop serving Gurudeva. Stop pursuing spiritual activities. So then, what this resulted in? Devotees come to do bhajan, but that is now far away. And now they are just engaged in court cases, arguments, and fighting with each other. You should all be alert from now itself. Don't put your energy in all this. Just do bhajan. So this now, like I was asking this question last time. 1 year ago, what we were doing, same day, same time. Difficult. You don't remember. 1 month ago, 1 week ago, even yesterday, very difficult. Minute by minute, right? But if you by somehow you are able to remember minute by minute everything since last 1 year, you think one can sit down or stand up, we go crazy. Oh, she said that. Oh, he did that. Oh, he got it. So crazy, and we become cannot survive, cannot handle so many things same time. That's why forgetfulness is mercy of Krishna. So same way the other thing going on, don't spend energy. Now I will give you an example. Eyes. We have eyes. We have limited vision, right? Visible spectra. You remember? Very narrow spectrum. Why is that? Suppose we are given a vision of microscope, right? You understand microscope? Micro. We can see even bacteria, things like that. So you take a glass of water that you normally drink. Instead of seeing through your eyes, see through the microscope what it has. So many germs, bacteria, this, that. You think, are you going to drink that water? Ah, you said no. See, then what happens? Then you will not eat anything. Okay. If you see microscope moving this and that, you will not drink, you will not eat. What will happen? You will die. That's why God has given us a limited thing. Otherwise, we cannot handle. Same thing hearing. Okay, limited. Otherwise, if you hear all the sound in all different frequencies, you go mad. You will be so loud. I mean, you go crazy. So, audible spectrum, 10 kilo or something. Multiple of that, you go crazy. Touch, you know. So, yes, all these limitations is for our benefit. Yes. So, same way, we should not, we should mind our business, meaning what that means spiritually. We have come here to do bhajan. Concentrate on that. Uh, these things you should not get disturbed. So that's the main thing. That's the whole purpose we have come. Your maintenance and all that, it is already being taken care of by your deposit in the previous life. So you should not worry about it. But do minimum, just for the sake of maintaining this body. Remaining time, very consciously uh, chant and do service to the Lord. So now with our bhakti, don't waste time. Time is also limited. Suppose if you have given long time, what we will do? Oh, say so much long time. Oh, I will become better in future. So I will engage in all kinds of nonsense. So we are limited in time and also in this range for our benefit. So same way here. That's why Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in preaching he stresses that one point. Why we have come, for what purpose. Don't get distracted. So that is the thing. Huh? That's why uh, some of these questions, we were going to a question and answer. Sometimes, maybe this time, uh, uh, 58, 59. This book we have to do very quickly in English. Um, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati always, uh, like for example, Jiva Tattva. What is Jiva? The word Jiva meaning is Jivana, living. Jivana, Jivana, living entity, and then life. So there are three Shaktis for the Lord. Energy. Antaranga, Bahiranga, and Tatastha. Internal, external, and then the borderline. Jiva is the Tatastha Shakti, borderline. The living entity is an object. It is not a concocted, like having a flower in the sky like that. Jiva is unborn. Jiva is not created. The living entity is not created. It is unborn, and it is eternally there. See how simple it is. Jiva was there always, never created, eternally there. It's not a created object. Very, very clear. Even though Jiva is transcendental, but it is tiny, atomic, like a speck. But Lord is big, Chetana, conscious entity. We are tiny conscious entity. Lord is big conscious entity. So that's why there is a eternal difference between the living entity and the Supreme Lord. Mahaprabhu has told what he told. Lord Ishvara is Maya Desh. He is the director of the Maya. and living entity is under the control of Maya. This is what the difference is. Even though both are transcendental and Chetana, conscious, Supreme Lord is director of the Maya, but the living entity comes under the control of Maya. This is different. Ishvara Brahmavastu and big, but living entity is very small, insignificant. Supreme Lord is director of Maya, but Jiva is under the control of Maya. So the Jiva, by his constitutional position, is servant of Krishna. And then Krishna is living entities, eternal master. Jiva, Krishna's servant. Krishna is worshipable by the living entity, and then he is the controller of living entity, and then he is the protector of living entity. So Krishna, service to Krishna is living entities, eternal activity. See? Service to Krishna is eternal activity. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Jivera Swarupoy Krishnera Nityada, Krishnera Tatastha Shakti Veda Veda Prakash. Krishna Bhuli Sei Jiva Anadi Bahirmuka, Atayeva Mayata Deya Samsara Dukkha. Sadhu Shastra Kupaya, Yadi Krishnonmukha Hai, Sei Jiva Nistare Mayata Hare Chadai. Tat Te Krishna Bhaje Kare Guru Sevan, Maya Jal Chute Pai Krishnera Charan. Meaning, the living entity, by its constitutional position, is Krishna's eternal servant. And then the marginal energy, Veda, different and one. When you forget Krishna from time immemorial, Krishna, yeah, he was forgotten Krishna from time immemorial. That's why Maya, what is external energy is? Truth. That Jiva, forgotten. Huh? Krishna puts into this samsara. Gives the suffering of the samsara. Then the sadhu, saint, saintly person, and Shastra, by the mercy of Shastra, if living entity again becomes Krishnonmukha, you know, trying to serve Krishna, desire to serve Krishna, then the living entity becomes elevated. Maya, then the external energy of Krishna will leave that jiva. That's why jiva, the living entity, if you start serving Guru and then start doing bhajan of Krishna, then it can become free from Maya, you know, the net of Maya. Then it can achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. And what is Jiva is telling? Jiva is Atma, living soul. Jiva is soul. The living entity is not the mind or the body. Living entity is Dehi, possessor of this body. The living entity is the possessor of this body. He is not the body or the mind. You understand? He is the owner, possessor of this. He is not the body or the mind. Dehi, possessor of the body, Jiva. When it gives up this body, then this body will be lying there. Then what happens? There is no consciousness in this body. That's why Jiva, the living entity, is conscious. Huh? Mind is what? The Chetana Abbas is like a Abbas is what? What appears like Chetana, conscious. Mind is appears like consciousness. And the body is Achetana, is dead or dull or unconscious. So mind is subtle body, huh? Dim reflection of animation. Chetan ka Abbas, meddling with the world. So the mind is not one with the Atma, with the soul. So the mind is always wandering in the external world. Mind is wandering in this external world. And what the mind is, it can accept, it can see things, uh, the objects of this external world. But Nitya Vastu, eternal object, Lord, it cannot bring meeting with it, uh, or it can give the eternal object or God. So the mind cannot do these things. Okay. But I am the soul, Jiva. I am not the mind or the body. The body and then me, the possessor of this body, are not same thing. You understand? This body and the possessor of this body is not the same thing. Like, suppose there is a house, there is a who is dwelling in the house. It's not this one and same thing. So, Atma, or the possessor of this body, is what? He is the owner of our mind and this gross body. So the Jiva is the proprietor. Understand? Huh? Jiva is the proprietor of what? Of this body. This is the property. By unknowingly, by ignorance, actually, by ignorance, huh, we think, oh, this body is Atma. So I'm thinking this body is is me. So that is illusion. That's why Mahaprabhu says, Jive Swarupa Krishna Das Abhiman Deha Atma Jnane Achadita Sei Jnan Deha Atma Buddhi Hai Vivartera Sthan Deha Atma Buddhi Hai Nitya Hai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining. Not the living entity is eternal object. Just like this gross body and a subtle body is not impermanent, Uh, see this subtle body and the body, they will be get destroyed. They are not eternal. Okay, but the jiva is an eternal vastu, eternally forever. So jiva is not like this body or the mind which will get destroyed. Huh? So the servant of Krishna, this living entity, this soul, when he forgets Krishna, because he forgets Krishna, he is going through so much difficulty. That's why he has so much problem because of forgetfulness of Krishna. So when he wakes up towards remembering Krishna, serving Krishna, that is the healthy state of the soul. If you forget Krishna, that is unhealthy, the suffering. You know. So understanding I'm the servant of Krishna, that's what the healthy state of the living entity. At present, the living entity forgetting this, that is servant. Now he has become an enjoyer or renounced. Okay, both are there. He's thinking, some jiva thinking, I'm the enjoyer, I want this. And then some entity, no, they have given up it. No, I don't want to do anything. Because they are understanding, thinking I'm enjoying this, I'm getting suffering. No, I don't want that. They want to give up everything. Tyagi, renounce everything. This both is disease. That's why the living entity is diseased. Huh? It's a patient. Both is enjoying and tendency or giving up, renunciation, false renunciation. Oh, no. So when the living entity looks at Krishna, serving attitude, huh? the looking at Krishna, serving attitude, it is what called the treatment. Okay. Just treatment. Not you go to hospital and take a, some shots. Okay, they call it antibiotic or whatever. That is not treatment. This is actual. When we look at Krishna, serving with attitude, waking up, yes, design. That is what the treatment. So, what is the best? Yeah, showing living entities compassion, passion, no compassion. Oh, what is that? Bringing the jiva, living entity. uh, we have forgotten Krishna to remind him that he is servant. He is not the master. He is servant. He is not the enjoyer. You know, he is the enjoyer. So, like that, that is the best compassion. That is the best gift you can give it to the living entity. And this is the highest help that one can render. Sarva Shrestha Upakara, highest service. So reminding that service to Krishna is in that. So the jiva belongs to Krishna. When you forget Krishna, he is getting so many difficulties. Now by the influence of sadhu sangha, huh, saintly association, then you get the service attitude, seva, service, completely downtrodden, completely. Then all difficulties, imbalances, so many things, will go away. It will go far away. Then the living entity will become very happy. All his unhappiness will go away. So this is how Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati, um, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, देह कबू जीवन है दास भोग्य जीव कृष्ण प्रभु भोक्ता. Very simple, two lines, very precise, no moving, mixing around. So then the question is, please tell further more Harikatha, because it was very interesting, this question. Then Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati is continuing. Gaur Sundar, what he told about service, that service is the highest. Now, what is service? He makes it very clear. Definition of service. Seva, service, is seva, service is what? It is not the body or the mind dharma or the nature. Service is not the nature dharma of body or the mind. No, pa? క్యాట్లాగ్ చూస్తారేమో. నేను ఆన్లైన్ ఉంది. తర్వాత మీరు పేరు అదంతా ఇయ్యాలి. నేను ఇప్పుడు పంపించాలి లిస్ట్ డాక్టర్. ఆ! ఫిఫ్త్ ఉంటుంది. అది దొరికేలేదు. అవును అపాయింట్‌మెంట్. అర్థమైందా? ఉంది అది దాన్ని తీసుకొని పోవాలి. తీసుకో. ఆయన 2000 ఏమో చార్జ్ చేసి మేము మేము ఇచ్చేస్తాం. మేము తీసుకొని పోయేదానికి, వచ్చేదానికి. ఆ! చేస్తాం. అదంతా ఇంజెక్షన్ ఇచ్చేలేదప్పా ఆయన. బరీ సబ్జీలే. తరకారీలే క్యూర్ చేసేస్తాడు. ఆ! ఇస్తేనే. he will not give any medicine. బట్ మీకు చెప్పేస్తాడు ఏమేం ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఉంది అని. అర్థమైందా? నాడీ లెఫ్ట్, రైట్ ఇది. ఆ! సో, ఈస్ టెల్లింగ్ సేవ ఈస్ ది నేచర్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆత్మ. సో, ది రిలిజియన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆత్మ. న్యాచురల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆత్మ. It is not a business. Service is not a business. To make Krishna happy. Whatever we do to make Krishna happy, that is what Krishna Seva. Service to Krishna. In that, there is no expectation of our happiness. Expectation or desire of our happiness is not there. Even to a very small extent. Completely absent. Desire to become happy. So I'm serving. No. Huh? Seva అవ్యభిచారిణి. అహైతుకి. Is spontaneous, without expectation for anything. And that is the quality, that is the inclination of the soul. You know, unending. Yeah, continuous service to them. Sri Gurudev. Without duplicity. Service to Sri Guru without duplicity. Without that, to understand the essence of Veda is very difficult. Other than the servant of the Lord, no one can become Guru. Huh? So this is not a like joke. This is the truth. In Gita, Bhagavad Gita, like last time we read, Lord is telling himself. Ye yatam mam prapadantam tataiva bhajami. One, in what fashion is going to serve me? In the same fashion, in the same way, I also serve him. Serve Krishna, he is going to serve us. Same fashion. In Madhur Rasa, in Kanta Rasa. You know, parental service, parental, then above, like Gopi, that Madhur Rasa. Everything does service to Krishna. All the Sarvanga, entire body, mind, desire, service to Krishna happens. That's why Krishna happens. He himself considers, oh, Gopis, I'm eternally indebted to you. That's why in Kantaras, Madhur Rasa, Sharanagati, Surrender to the Lord is highest, complete, most complete. Others, complete, more complete, supermost complete. In the Kantarasa, surrender to the Lord. And then the service is the highest, Paraka, different levels. Okay, Kantarasa is the highest, for supreme service to the Lord. So that's what the seva is describing, service. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, this kind of seva. So, um, ah, so now at present the jiva has become diseased. Ah, okay. So he needs some medicine. So through which medicine he will overcome this disease? Huh? He will become healthy. That seva vritti, tendency to for service, taking birth, tendency to serve Krishna. So that is what the Gauranga Mahaprabhu has given kirtan. That is the medicine, kirtan. Param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shikshastakam. Nam Nam. So that medicine, accepting that medicine, kirtan, is it is the kartavya, meaning it is our duty to accept this medicine, chanting kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Yes, medicine. Then we become peaceful. So Krishna Nama Sankirtan is for the disease state is the highest medicine, incomparable medicine. So Hari Kirtan is essential all the time. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he has given inspiration, instruction, Hari Kirtan, uh, to obtain eternal peace is the one and only path and path which we should walk. In Hari Kirtan, every Shakti, energy, strength of the is there, and it is the highest uh, prayojana. It is also mixed same time with the highest welfare, benefit, uh, highest benefit. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the path, he, he showed us the path, lighten the path. uh. So that path, Chaitanya Srimad Bhagavat, following Srimad Bhagavatam, is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the taken shelter of Chaitanya beauty. Now, forgetting Krishna's service to Krishna, we have become master. Service to Krishna, master. So you have become master. And the desire to become master, this world has given a chance for us. See, there we cannot become, spiritual world we cannot become master. In this world, okay, you want to be master, okay, let it be. Okay, think you are like a master. He has given a chance to become master in this world. So this world is designed for that. But to become master is not the true nature of the soul. This is a distorted passion of the soul, dharma, nature, quality. Nature of the soul is not to desire, oh, master, I'm master, no, servant. So if you think we are the master, that is the disease state. In that, we will not become peaceful. So the tendency, the stage of serving is what the peacefulness is. That's why serving Krishna, Abhiman, identifying, I'm the servant, I'm that feeling. That is the only path of obtaining peace. Enjoying and then giving up. Oh, no, I have nothing to do. Tyaga, bhoga and tyaga. And thinking I'm the enjoyer and then giving up is not the nature of the Atma. Atma Dharma. Bhagavan, Bhagavat Seva, service to the Supreme Lord is the nature, the religion of the soul. Who am I? Forgetting this. Huh? Who am I? Forgetting this really is what is the hmm, we have destroyed Sarvanash. No, we have lost everything. We have lost because forgetting that who we are, who am I? Who am I? If you say I am the servant of the Lord, that is the eternal knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge is what? I am the servant of the Lord. So the Sri Gurudev, one who is very dear to Krishna, is giving this transcendental knowledge and he is diksha, giving diksha. He is telling us he has established a connection, established in the service to the Krishna. By service to the Guru, by the fruit of service to Sri Guru, the Atma Dharma, the nature, the true nature of Atma soul will get, huh? Will be perceived, will be seen. So going near the servant of the Krishna, devotees of Krishna, without duplicity, you can hear from them. then in this life or in the next life, auspiciousness can happen. When we are situated in the service to Sri Krishna, our life becomes worth, worthy, worthy. So we are learned people. So I'm not considering you as not a sadhu. You are a sadhu, holy person. So and at the lotus feet of all of you, uh, I'm telling, please give me this charity. Upload, please give me this charity. What is asking? Bhakti-Vidanta. Give up, give me this. That in this external world, you are a very big person. This you forget it. Huh? If you say I'm the president of this country, that country, forget it. huh? You forget that. You give me that charity. you know, Giving up everything. Huh? The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being attractive. Huh? You huh? take shelter at his lotus feet. That's all I want. If it happens like that, then congruently, along the same time, you will recognize, you will understand. Uh, there is no inconvenience or misleading difficulty in the words of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this word, why it reaches anybody's ear, then you will start doing kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh my dear brother, huh? Like this. ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾಗಿದ್ದದ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಯ್ತಾ ಆಗ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಇದು ಚಂದ್ರನ್ ಬೆಳಕಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟು ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ತಾನೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಬಟ್ ಮೂನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮೂನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅಥವಾ ಆಚೆ ಇಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಆಚೆ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಮೇಲೆನೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬೇಡ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ತಂದು ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ 5:30. So, oh my dear friend, oh my dear, why you are going in an inauspicious path? What is the use of others' words? All the time, every time you hear Krishna Katha, glorification of Krishna, pastimes of Krishna. His name. So doing hmm, like this, serving Krishna is the best thing and essential. See, chanting Krishna's name is service to Krishna. The best form of service to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. In Ruth Bhagavatamritam, huh? Sanatana Goswami. Sriman Nama Prabhu Tasya Sri Murterapi Ati Priyam Vishwaditam Sukhopasyam Sarasam Tatsama Samanai. Oh, Nama Prabhu. Understand? Nama Prabhu. Sound. Huh? It's also Prabhu. Nama Prabhu. They are very, very dear to Sri Krishna. Name of Krishna is very, very dear to Krishna. More dearer than his own devotee. Why is that? Like last time. Because devotees are very dear to Krishna, right? He says, more dear than my brother Balram or Lakshmi. More dear than devotees is actually his name. Why? Because why devotees are dear to Krishna? Because they are going, they are telling others who have forgotten service to Krishna. Oh, Krishna seva, bringing service to Krishna. Right. That's why they are very dear to Krishna. When they are chanting loudly, living entities are hearing, they are elevating gradually. So, boldly going. That's why the Sankirtan. That's why wherever we are, weekly one time at least going to Sankirtan. The how did Krishna consciousness came and become so popular? Devotees going to airport, yeah, railway station, this, that, business, stores. Uh, of course, at that time there was no supermarket. Then maybe there it was. Supermarket inside they won't allow, but at least outside, wherever they allow, wherever it is legal, um, you go and do kirtan. I remember in mainland China they don't allow, but we used to go into the park. So many people, China. So we used to do kirtan. So people don't bother. Actually, they love it. There is no person in the world, okay, where they don't like it. Because it's transcendental. It is natural to the soul. Okay, the soul is hankering. Oh, when will I hear the name Sankirtan? See, as soon as they hear Sankirtan, they go like this. But the government thinks, oh, they will get out of control. Yeah, they lose control of the people. Yeah. Gradually, they will be wiped out. Anyway, this is the um, maybe one day they will accept it scientifically. Um, it is already there. Okay, now see, for example, one time I went for this international conference on conscience. Imagine that talking about conscience. Where does the conscious, how the consciousness comes from? It's a big debate. Big theories are there. Oh, soft problems, hard problems. you know, how it manifested, consciousness. Is it in the brain? Interaction of the matter? This is how they're gradually, questioning. So we can enlighten them. So gradually it comes to that studies, and then it will definitely it happens. Um, so at the present time, Atma, the soul, Atma, present time, what has happened? The Atma, living soul, okay, it has given in charge to the mind, and it is sleeping. Atma, soul is sleeping, and it is given charge to the mind. That's why mind looks like it's active. It has a life, chetana, no? Consciousness. Mind has no consciousness. Abhasa, it appears like that. no? And the soul is sleeping. So the sleeping, we should break up a little bit, at least, huh? Because mind is our highest enemy, uh, and the highest Vishwasa Ghataka, meaning most unworthy of trusting. Trusting. You know, if you see, suppose you trust somebody and they mislead, how do you feel? So same way, our own mind is like huh? Vishwasa Ghataka. We should not trust our mind, saying, and is our worst enemy. Worst enemy. And this mind is throwing me into the sea of suffering. That's why to keep our mind under control is very, very essential. Whatever our state we are situated, whatever state we are, forgetting Krishna, that is the beginning of all inauspiciousness, source of all inauspiciousness, forgetting Krishna. When we accept the Krishna's lotus feet, when we take shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, then we get all good things happening, favorable things happening. Suppose if we give up Hari, then we are entering very deep, very ignorance, darkness. Then we are giving so much difficulty to this soul. So by great fortune, if we obtain the life of a human being, so it's the greatest fortune that we have obtained human form of life. So what we should do, we should not waste for unnecessary things. We should not make ourselves as an idiot or a stupid huh? Or a ghost. Or so The natural, normal condition of living entity, the human form of life, normal condition is service to the Lord. कृष्ण तुम्हारा यदि बोले एक बार माया बद्ध है ते कृष्ण तारे करे पार. Oh Krishna, I am yours. Oh Krishna, I am yours. Even if you tell one time that, then Krishna will make that person free from the clutches of Maya. So this is what, huh? How very powerfully. Now there are so many things I tell, but this one I'll send you this article. Read about it. About the understand. Nice, actually nice. It says Bhakti Siddhartha, Bhakti Rakshas Siddhartha. Christianity is incomplete Vaishnavism. Vaishnavism. Christianity is incomplete Vaishnavism, not full-fledged, but the basis of devotional theism. We find the principle of die to live there to a certain extent, at least physically. The Christians say that the ideal shown by Jesus is self-sacrifice. In our consideration, however, that is not full-fledged theism, but only the basics. It is an unclear, vague conception of Godhead. We are for Him, but how much? And in what shape? In what attitude? All these things are unexplained and unclear in Christianity. Everything is hazy, as if seen from far off. It does not take any proper shape. The cover is not fully removed. How you put it? The cover is not fully removed, allowing us to come face to face with the object of our service. The conception of service to God is there, the strong impetus to attain that. So the foundation is good, but the structure over the foundation is unclear, vague, and imperfect. So, like that, uh, one time he tells you one story. I'll read that and very interesting. There is one one incident happened. Bhakti Rakshasa was saying there was a Professor Nixon in England. He went to fight against Germany in the First World War. Right? He was he was in England. England was in the side of uh, French, England together fighting Germany. Right? In the First World War on the French side. As he was flying over the German line, his airplane was hit and began to fall. He saw that the plane would fall on the German line. So if he meets in German line, they will kill him, right? So he's praying. uh, uh, he came to India and he met devotees. Bhakti Rakshasa was also in that. So he is saying he met. When I met him here in India, he told me, when I was falling from the plane, at that time I prayed, if there is any God, let him save me. And I promise that if I do not die in this plane crash, I will go to search after him. I will devote my whole life in search of him. He made that wow. Huh? That's Professor Nixon. The plane crashed, and when Professor Nixon regained consciousness, he found he was behind the French lines in a hospital in France. At that time, he thought to himself, there is God. He has heard my last prayer. When his wounds are healed, he went straight to England to see some churchmen. He told them, I want to search after God and engage myself 24 hours a day in the cause of his service. I want to see him face to face. This is what he said. He saw many clergymen and even some bishops, and they ultimately advised him, if you want to see God face to face, then go to India. We cannot recommend such a process to you. But we have heard that in India there are yogis who internally connect with the Lord in the heart. You may try your fortune there. So he came to India, where he met the Vice Chancellor of Lucknow University, huh? Lucknow, huh? UP. Huh? Um, in talking with him, Professor Nixon met the Vice Chancellor's wife, was a Gaudiya Vaishnava. See how lucky he is. Huh? Yeah. Lucknow University, then he met Chancellor, then Chancellor's wife was a Gaudiya Vaishnava, a devotee of Mahaprabhu. He was so much charmed by her advice that he accepted her as his guru. Finally, he took sannyas, the renounced order of life, and his name became Swami Krishna Prema. He established a temple here in India and preached about Bhagavad Dharma and Mahaprabhu. He made a comparative study of all religions, beginning from Christianity and gradually came to Vaishnavism, attracted by Mahaprabhu's gift. One German scholar also said, in all the religious conceptions of the world, the conception of 24-hour engagement with God, Ashtakaliya Leela, has never been given. I've studied all religious theologies, but none could even conceive of 24-hour service to the Supreme Lord. It is only given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Rupa Goswami has given the scientific representation of Krishna, Akila Rasamrita Murti. It is reservoir of all possible pleasure, all possible tendencies for satisfaction that we may feel, and even those that we may not feel are present in Krishna and have their ideal, purest satisfaction with Him alone. He is all accommodating and all comprehensive. Whatever satisfaction our inner heart demands can be fulfilled only by Him. So, like this is very send this one out. Now our time is. Any question? Sorry, every time. Maybe next time we'll take up the question first. Vaisnavas are wish granting trees. Why is this so? Why is there two Sapala Ekas in 2024? One in January and in December. Okay. So Vaishnavism, huh? Vaisnavas are wish granting trees. Like we discussed here. They're called kalpatarus. Whatever fruit you want, desire you want, they will fulfill. That's why I call them wish granting. Because why? Vaishnava meaning saralata and completely dedicated for the other. They don't want anything. They want only service to the Lord. So, yeah, you know. The impurity comes because when we want to enjoy, when we have the bhoga, understand? I'm the enjoyer. No, I want to. Nothing to do with this world. See? Reject. You know, renounced. The devotees, Vaisnavas are everything service. Understanding that I'm the servant. I'm not the enjoyer. I'm not the proprietor. So, that then what happens is, uh, that we become the person who has that realization or practicing or following that, will become very dear to everyone in this whole world. He will become very dear. Whole world will worship him or they love him because he has no love for anything of this world. So people love him because he is not duplicitous. He will not cheat you. Okay, he is not going to cheat you. Who can cheat you? One who has an ulterior motive. Oh no, I want something from him. I want to control him or this, that. That's good. When he has even not a trace of it, then he is not the exploiter. See, for example, Prahlad, you take example of Prahlad. He is beaten to death, given poison, his own father, so many difficulties, right? So many. But he did not complain. He did not criticize. And he never forgot Krishna. You On the other hand, he's praying to nursing away, please, 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 deliver my father. He came to kill him and he says, oh Lord, please don't punish him. No, no, please deliver him. Can you find a person like that? Quality like that? No Vaishnava, see? Only Vaishnava. That's why they are wish fulfilling. More than, they want auspicious everyone, everywhere. That's why coming in touch with Vaishnava is the turning point in anyone's life. Okay? Such a pure Vaishnava. Different levels of Vaishnava, but one is pure like that. Even a small second, fraction of a second, 1/11th of a second. That is the power of association of such a pure Vaishnava. You fulfill your highest desire, okay? Highest fruit, uh, yoga. What is that? Lava matra sadhu sarva siddhi hoy. What is that? Krishna prema. Krishna prema is the highest wealth that we can aspire for. We can get that in very fraction of it. Who can give Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava? That's why he is uh, wish granting. Why this? This is why. He has no ulterior motive. Always wish. He wants us, everybody to serve Krishna. Like that's what we are talking. That's why Bhakti-Vedanta Saraswati. He keeps on hammering. Not here. You have got the human form of life. Now don't engage in your sense gratification. Why here? Lap of Maya. Wake up. Oh, waste not even a second. because they see we are burning, okay, in this fire of samsara, but we think we are enjoying. Oh no, we don't feel the burning pain. Actually, you see, but still they want. It's like you take a worm from the stool, take it out of the worm, the stool. He says, no, 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 it will go back to the, to the stool. You know, lack of association. Right? So now, I think now why there are two Ekadasi, Safala Ekadasi in 24 January? It may not be think because there are 24 Ekadasi, when you rotate it, may we can come back like that. Maybe I've not looked into the calendar yet. When I do that, I think it becomes very clear. Uh, I don't have the Panchanga, uh, but I would imagine that may be uh, repeating. Uh, it went through and then again came back. Like that, same point. But in a way, that is not so important in a sense. 20, 12 months, right? 24 Ekadasi, and then 2 extra, the Adhikamas, they are 26, right? So this 24, this Adhikamas we had this year, so it will not happen next year. So we started in the beginning, then we are coming again. So it's like a crossover like that. So we will see here. Vancha kalpataru testa kripa sindhu devacha patithanam pavanebhyo वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो 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 शिला गुरुदेव की जय गुरु पाद पद्म की जय स्वर्ग की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद जी की जय तय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम दंडवत प्रणाम प्रेम